baby, that's just it. And she just try and get lit.
So today's going to be a little bit different. Usually we go into our am I overreacting, AITAs, all that good jazz. Today we're going to let some people get some stuff off their chest, okay? This comes from the subreddit True Off My Chest. So let's get into it. My wife of 10 years divorced me for cheating on her, emptied out the house, and went out of her way to make my life a living hell. Except I never cheated. So this is going to be a wild ride. My wife and I were together for 10 years, and throughout our entire relationship, she has always suspected me of cheating on her. The first time she accused me of cheating on her, about 2 years into the relationship, I was so upset she could think I was capable of something like that I started crying on the spot. But I work in a career field where cheating is rampant, and I travel a lot for work, so I understood where the insecurity might have come from. I always believed that if I demonstrated myself as a loyal and faithful husband, that eventually she would realize that this belief was misplaced. But instead, it seemed to get worse over the years. These conversations and accusations would always lead to fights and become more and more frequent over time. About 2 years ago, she became even more convinced and would say things like, I know you're cheating on me, and it has been really difficult for me to come to terms with it and forgive you. Y'all need therapy. Y'all need couples therapy, and she needs personal therapy. Now, I have to say, there was one point in my life where I was very insecure and would, wonder like, oh, is he doing something? We're past that now. That is definitely a you thing on the woman, but this also sometimes can come from somebody who themselves is cheating, because if you're always traveling, she has an opportunity, and it's kind of like she trying to blame it on you, even though she's the one that's doing it. So, everyday activities became proof of my infidelity. If I worked late, it was because I was actually out meeting with my affair partner. If I woke up early to go for a run, I was actually meeting her for a 6 a.m. quickie. That's some wild work right there. When my motorcycle was vandalized, it was a jilted ex-lover. I demanded that we go to couples counseling, and she refused. Yeah, no, she's tripping. Saying, why should I have to go to counseling? You're the one that's doing it. She would give examples such as the fact that I masturbate 3 to 5 times per week as evidence that I was addicted to sex, and suggested that I join Sexaholics Anonymous group. So, I mean, if anything, that should be an argument in your case. Like, we're clearly not banging enough, so I want to masturbate. Or sometimes you masturbate for stress relief purposes. Whatever the case may be, her not wanting to go to therapy is a sign that either she's just so far gone, there's not going to be any change in her mind, and you should have ended this relationship, or that she herself is cheating. It could be something else, but in my mind, that's what it is. So he says, about 6 months ago, I was away on a work trip, and she texted me, I finally found the proof that you're cheating on me, like I had always suspected, and emailed me divorce paperwork. Can you even email something like that? I was dumbfounded and asked her to tell me what proof she was referring to, but she replied, it's not my job to share that with you. It's your job to prove to me that you're not cheating. You have tried every way possible to prove that. She doesn't want to believe it, but you just said you had proof. So this woman's clearly cheating on you and probably has already started a new life, but whatever. I immediately came home to find that she had already moved out and taken everything in the house with her. We had a portrait of ourselves commissioned, and she had left it behind with her face cut out of it and said, cheater, scrawled across my face. Over the next few weeks, she contacted all my friends, family, and coworkers to tell them that I had been cheating on her for years. She has mental issues. She has some mental health issues that she needs checked. And that she was finally leaving me after no longer being able to deal with it anymore. I lost a lot of friends who took her at her word and had to have so many uncomfortable conversations with others. Among those that decided not to cut me out of my life, I have no idea who even believes me. I had to sit down with HR at work because my coworkers had filed complaints because they were being harassed by my ex. Yeah, she has mental health issues. I had to dip into my retirement savings to pay for a divorce lawyer and replace everything in the house that had been taken. If she had simply decided to leave me, I would have been heartbroken but would have accepted it. Hell, if she was cheating on me, I would have been more upset but could have come to terms with it. But I feel like such a victim, if that's even the right word. To have did my best to be a good husband and demonstrate to her that I was loyal and still be punished for something that never happened. I feel so stupid for failing to notice how serious these accusations were, for thinking that ignoring them would not make them go away, and somehow I also blame myself for not insisting that we address the issue years ago when it might have still been salvageable. My entire life was destroyed over nothing. You had no chance. I can tell you that right now. This woman is so convinced of her own ideas. You had no chance. This goes well beyond a woman or man, because there are men in relationships who start this argument with a girl every time she go to work or do whatever. It's, oh, you're cheating, you're flirting, whatever. You can't convince people like that what you're doing is, like, you're being loyal and that you're doing the right thing. She had this made up in her mind, and that was just the end of it. At this point, it sucks that you have to restart your whole life because, like you said, she ruined everything for you. Work, even the people who probably believed you, she's harassing them, so they're still not going to want to be your friend. Your family is probably looking at you sideways. I really feel like, at first I was thinking maybe she had another man, but now I just really think she has mental health issues. And I don't think she's going to let this go for a while. Hopefully, your lawyer finds a way to salvage at least something financially for you so you can reestablish your life. But yeah, this is awful. She's absolutely nuts. So one commenter said, "Sue for defamation. She's publicly accusing you and affecting your career and social life by making accusations directly to friends, family, workplace, and I'm assuming online as well. Sounds like defamation to me." Absolutely. Because she claims she has this proof, but she won't put it out there. So in a defamation case, you have to prove that what you're saying is true. Even if it's something like cheating, one, you don't have the right anyways to tell his coworkers and family this. Leave him if that's how you feel, but you don't have the right to go telling the world that. Like, if it was an abuse thing, then, that's different. But you're just saying that he cheated on you and you left, you took everything, and now you're trying to ruin his life. Like, it was so unnecessary. But absolutely, I hope he does sue her for defamation and gets everything he deserves, because this is disgusting. And you can't even take everything in the house. And I've never heard of email and divorce papers. Like, I don't know if that's real, because that has to be like certified, and like, I don't know. I don't know. Either way, you do need to divorce her. And I hope you move on and you can find a way to get your life back. And hopefully your company doesn't punish you for this. But I think there's cases where even if they try to like fire you for this or something, they could also get sued, because without any kind of evidence, unless it was like, they might have the argument, this is just causing too many problems for the other coworkers. But yeah, I hope you find some way to get your life back on track and get as far away from this woman as possible, because she seems like one of those people who will leave you, and then once you try to move on, she comes back to like bring it all up again or whatever, just keep tormenting you. So yeah, I'm glad you got that off your chest, and I hope it works out for you, because this is absolutely insane. Our next story is going to be another vindictive partner, from what it looks like in the title. So this is also a true off my chest. I wasn't able to forgive my boyfriend for throwing my gift away. We had a lot of ups and downs, and there were many occasions where he didn't treat me well, insulting, name-calling, etc. But somehow I managed to understand. You understood what? And forgive him for those things. Yeah, please stop taking this type of abuse. It always gets worse. There is nothing to understand. The man clearly doesn't respect you. Just by that, nobody that loves you and cares about you is going to be insulting you and calling you names. Especially if you're saying, like, y'all had a lot of ups and downs. Yeah, no. So, anyways, back to the story. However, during one of our arguments, he took all the gifts I had given him, photos, postcards, everything else, and threw them in the toilet. The larger items he threw in the trash. Afterward, he sent me a picture of my gifts broken and discarded in the toilet. You are a child. Why are you sending me pictures of this? Crash out all the way, but way too old, I'm assuming. One of the gifts was a metal crafted lighter. He collects lighters from different countries, so I got him one from mine. My country is at war, and I haven't been able to visit for many years. I also haven't seen my family in a very long time. So this man knows you have nobody else, and this is how he's treating you. He don't care about you, girl. My mother spent a lot of time finding the lighter for me. She paid for it and refused to let me reimburse her, saying it was for a very special person in my life. Even though it wasn't cheap and my parents are not in the best financial situation, she insisted. She mailed it to me and I gave it to him with so much love. The lighter had engravings of places from my hometown, making it even more meaningful. When I found out he had thrown it away, I couldn't stop crying. He has around 30 Zippo lighters on his shelf. But he chose to throw away just mine during the argument, which really only hurts you, buddy. Even if y'all broke up, you might as well keep the gifts. After that, I couldn't bring myself to give him any more gifts. Not long after, we broke up. What do you mean not long after, girl? You should have broke up with him then. I'm gonna need y'all to stand up. Get a fucking backbone. I don't think he ever truly understood why this hurt me so much. No, he knew exactly what he was doing. He did that shit to hurt you. He knew that was gonna hurt your feelings. You not only did you care so much to give this to him, your mother in another country went out searching for this, got it engraved, mailed it to you guys, and refused to let you pay for it. That meant a lot to both of you. And it should have meant a lot to him, but no, he's the type of person that takes something that means something to people and uses it against them. He's a shitty human being. Or why I made such a big deal out of it when we had so many other problems. But to me, this hurt more than anything else he had ever done. Yeah, that was your final straw. Am I being too materialistic? Am I giving too much importance to something stupid and insignificant? It's not stupid and insignificant. It is a huge deal. And the fact that he is doing this proves that it's a huge deal. Yeah, this man literally just wants to hurt you. I'm glad y'all finally broke up. I don't understand why it took so much for him to hurt you to let that happen, but I need for your next relationship you not to let people walk all over you like this. I understand you don't have too many people in the country that you're in. I'm not sure if it's in America or wherever. But he clearly, from your first sentence, it doesn't seem like a loving relationship whatsoever. And he did the last thing that you had in the relationship that had significance. He got rid of everything that you gave him, and that meant something to you. That's why it hurt you so much. And it's not being materialistic because you don't care about the money part of it. You care about the fact that you put time and effort into making these postcards and engraved gifts and everything, and he went out his way to get rid of them. He doesn't deserve you. He doesn't deserve anybody, it sounds like. Top comment was, no, you are not. Your boyfriend demonstrated exactly how little regard he had for you. Destroying your gifts to him and then taking a picture and sending it to you was him trying to hurt you as much as he could. Exactly. Be glad you are no longer with someone who would do these things to a person they supposedly love. Give yourself a hug and know that you deserve better. You deserve someone who will cherish you and the gifts that you give. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, everybody's agreeing, like, he's just a terrible human being. Like, you're purposely trying to hurt her. She can't go back to her home country. She can't go see her family. You're all that she has, and this is how you treat her? You don't deserve her. She deserves a lot better, and I hope she never goes back to this man. So I guess all of our true off my chest are just going to be terrible partners today. So, the last story is fiance used my childhood trauma to win a video game. What is wrong with y'all? I just don't get it. Like, the amount of people who will use something that means something to you, whether it's positive or negative, to hurt you is just so crazy. So it says, I don't even know how to type this or explain my thoughts right now, so I apologize if I seem scattered. I, 31 male, have been engaged to my fiance, 29 female, Emily, for the past 3 months. Together for 2 years. Dang, y'all just got engaged too. And she's doing shit like this already? I hope this is the end of the relationship, but let's see. She has been, well, not in the way that, like, I don't want people to have love, but, like, she seems crappy if she's using your childhood trauma against you. So it says, she has been the only relationship where I felt safe enough to open up and discuss my past trauma. Terrible. This person, he's never going to want to open up to anybody again. I hope he gets therapy or something. Many nights I have cried into her arms, and she has been there to comfort me. She goes to therapy with me, and he is getting therapy. God damn, and it still took him long to open up, and this bitch just fucked it all up. She goes to therapy with me and has been a rock in a relationship. I have been getting much better since I have really opened up about it and have been able to live a better and liberating life the past 2 years until last Saturday. Emily is ultra competitive. I can't stand people like that. I'm pretty competitive. I have a friend group of competitive people, but I can't stand the people that's like, I'll literally stab you so I can win this game. Emily is ultra competitive, not just in sports, but in life. She will do whatever it takes to win and be number one. She has lost friendships, family relationships, jobs, and money. Oh, yeah. You should already known that this girl was crazy. You done lost all that just to say that you're on the top? She understands this and has been trying to get better by going to therapy, stating she doesn't know why she is like this. Okay, at least she's working on herself. She seemed to cool down over the summer, but she is still very competitive. Even her parents have no idea because they were not athletes and have never pushed her to be number one. And her siblings are confused when this all started. I was a former college athlete, and yes, I am competitive, but not so much anymore. And recently, my friend group have begun a monthly game night. I was on the 4th-month win streak. Okay, good for you. We play board games, old video games, painting, basketball, and even football. That is so cool. How many friend groups is doing this these days? Like, I need to tell my friends about this. And it was all good fun. But Emily last month was so angry she did not win. She walked home and did not want to talk to me for at least 2 days. Before we left for game night, I asked her to please have fun, and it does not matter who wins. She promised she would try. As game night came to an end, Emily and I were tied with one more event. Rules are, if it is man versus woman, the lady chooses the final game. Okay, they try to keep it fair. She selected N64 Mario Kart. Okay. I am king of that game. I never lose. He said, look, you picked the wrong game, babe. I asked her if she really wanted to do that, and she called me a chicken. And was big talking. She will beat me at my own game. See, girl, you went too high. You were trying too hard. I should have backed off, but I caved and we raced. No, she asked for it. You should keep it fair. Like, don't let her win. My husband don't let me win nothing. It don't matter what games we're playing. If I win, I know that I earned it because he is not a let me win type of person. Now, common knowledge is let her win. And trust me, I thought about it. But she gets really angry if she thinks you let her win. See, she just got an attitude problem. Her attitude is way worse than. As we started racing, it was a tight race. She kept hitting the banana peels, but she kept catching up. The last lap, she started trying to distract me by saying, he snores when he sleeps, basic middle school insults. Then she tried bumping me to distract me, but I was locked in and focused. I responded back, at least I don't keep hitting the bananas, love. Very simple and fun. We are in the final leg of the race. Then that's when she snapped. At least I didn't get essayed by my own family. She did what? I know I didn't read that right. She said, at least I didn't get SA'd by my own family. Like, my heart breaks for you right now, and I really want to cry for you. How could you betray your fiance's anybody? I don't care if it's some random person you just met on the street and they told you something like this. Why would you yell that out? Even if it was just the two of y'all playing, but especially in front of all his friends that he sees on a regular basis and he has not told that to anyone but you. Disgusting. I froze up and dropped the controller and she passed me and won. She was jumping up and down with the joy, was screaming and dancing that she finally won. From what my friends told me later, she kept that up for a good while until she saw my face, and that's when she stopped. My friends were in complete shock, asking me if it was true. I could not speak, I couldn't breathe, and was fighting back all the inner demons I had swirling in my head. I simply got up and wished them a good night and started walking. I was in a trance. I didn't know where I was walking to. Emily tried calling and texting, asking where I was, begging for me to call and come home. Kept saying she is sorry, just wanted to win so badly. So she doesn't even get it. It literally is not clicking for her. She still doesn't understand what she did. Or not even that she doesn't understand what she did. I know she knows what she did because she was trying to distract you, so she was using something to distract you. But she doesn't even feel bad about it. It says, don't know why I said that. I simply needed space and told her to please stop calling me. I don't know what to do. I love this girl and trusted her, but used that trust to win a freaking video game. My friends are asking me about my past and won't leave me alone. And they're assholes too. Give me some fucking space. I guess all I'm asking is there any way back from this, or is this the end? Do I dump her or try to work it out? Any advice would be helpful. there is no way, there is nothing, no amount of therapy, nothing can make me forgive somebody for doing this to me. That girl, if she would do this, what else would she do? Like, and think about having kids with her. She'll do this to her own kids. Like, that is so terrible and disgusting and heartbreaking. So now, not only your friends are asking you questions about it and seeing how you reacted, they should already know not to do that. But now every time you see them, one, they're going to be thinking about it and you're going to be thinking about it. And then you have to come up with whether or not you're actually going to talk to them about this. So, like, I can only imagine the mental, like, turmoil you're going to have trying to get through this. Like, there's just nothing that she could do to redeem herself, in my opinion. And she really doesn't even seem like she understands what she said. Like, she's like, I just wanted to win so badly. I don't know why I said that. You know exactly why you said that. But my thing is, how are you even capable of saying that to your fiance? That's heartbreaking. Damn, this is a long ass post. Somebody, the top comment is, I'm so sorry, but I really don't see how this relationship can survive. Same. She not only used that one thing that you trusted her with, but she used your pain and trauma to win a video game. Also, in front of the people who were clueless about your past. I don't think that there's anything a person could do to get past that level of disrespect and complete lack of decency. I'm so sorry for your past and what you went through. Is there any of your friends you feel comfortable enough to talk to? Are you seeing a therapist? Heck, even keep talking to people on here if you think it would help. Well, he did say he is in therapy, so hopefully he continues that. He's probably going to have to up that for a while, because this is like, you're already dealing with that trauma. And if you're in your 20s and you're seeing a therapist, which I don't know what a timeline like that would look like to get over, not over, I don't think you can get over something like that, but to get to a comfortable position. If you were finally get comfortable enough to open up to your partner and they betrayed your trust, that had to have set you back like a ton. Says, please don't shut out your friends, and please don't shut down. Lean on your friends or whoever you feel comfortable around, which is probably nobody at this point. And final thought, F that evil bitch. So, yeah, I agree with that. I love how sometimes I cuss and sometimes I don't. I don't know why I do that. But yeah, this is just heartbreaking. I think you definitely need to schedule a couple extra therapy sessions. Unfortunately, you're going to have to deal with the loss of her also. I don't think there's just anywhere to go from here. Anybody who would use that against you does not care about you. She might have love for you, but I don't think you can truly love a person and be in love with them and be willing to start a life with them if you would use something like that in front of their friends to win a game. There's just no amount of winning in the world that's worth that. This ain't even the Olympics, babe. Like, that's disgusting. So yeah, guess that's it. A lot of people had a lot to get off their chest today. Terrible partners out here. I'm sorry. I hope you guys all find someone who actually cares about you and wants to see the best happen for you. And it sounds like a lot of people need therapy. So you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope you guys come back for the next video, and I'll see you then.
I just grind, baby, that's just it. And she just try and get lit.